I'm trying automatic focus for the first time, so I'll try as much as possible not to move a lot. It just may go out of focus for a few seconds. It's gonna find me again. And you know, outside is like 4 million degrees. It's so freaking hot, so freaking hot. And my window is open right now. I don't usually leave my door open whenever I'm recording. My door is open. I don't know what else to open, I've searched everywhere. Maybe I should just open the main door. I don't know. It's really hot. And luckily for me, my flat is actually ancient in that if it's so hot outside, it's actually cooler inside. Not so cold or anything, but it's cooler. Notwithstanding, I still feel really hot. Now this focus thing is in my mouth. Why is it trying to get my mouth? Alright guys, I want to say thank you for joining me today. Since the purpose of my channel is to tell stories, I discovered I've not told a proper story for some time. I've been working on some other projects which you guys would see very soon. But as I was walking back a few days ago from work, I realized I've not shared a very important story with you guys. So I'm gonna do that today. I'll make it as short and as brief as possible. It's about my first girlfriend. So first thing, I hope she's not watching this video. I don't know if she's watching it. Is there anything bad I want to say? Let me think about it. Dun, 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 dun. No, nothing bad. If there's anything bad, I'm going to remove it before the video comes out. Anyway, so I went to a different secondary school from my younger sister. So the schools were not so far apart, or far from each other. Like I'll say about 20 minutes by walking or something. I can't really remember, but it wasn't so far away. My sister was in the first year. I was in the third or fourth year of secondary school, high school. And the person which actually ended up being my first girlfriend was also in her fourth year, but in my sister's school. So she was in her fourth year, I was in my fourth year, and we never talked to each other at all before everything happened. So how did it happen? We attended the same church then, and she had a lot of sisters. I think there were about 5 girls in the family, or 4. I can't remember right now. But then a lot of I think with those kind of families, people tend to pick so much interest in them. So many guys wanted them, wanted her, and all those things. Maybe I like that, like the other guys though, but there was nothing more to it. Fast forward, I don't know how, but one day me and a friend went to the school for no reason. We pretended like we wanted to go see my sister. Okay, we went to see my sister, and somehow that is the girl that later became my girlfriend. Let's name her Miss Miss Sharon. Let's name her Miss Sharon. Okay, that's not the real name. So Miss Sharon. So henceforth I'm going to refer to her as Sharon or Miss Sharon, whichever comes to my mind. So I was in the school. I went to see my sister. That is what we supposedly went to do. And then she was upstairs on the second floor or something. She looked down and saw me and my friend. We had never talked even before then. And in the evening there was a church program. So in the afternoon she looked down, saw me, and that was it. Then she came up. She walked up to me like, "Hey, my friend told me that told me to talk to you, like not told me to do it, something like a friend said, okay, this guy is a cool guy. Why don't you talk to him, and why you guys not, talking at least to each other?" So we started talking, and then you know how these things happen. There was no social media. Was there social media? Eh, I can't remember. Because all right, so let's just go to the story itself. Now it was so tough because first of all we had no phones. I had no phone. She had none. That was okay. We couldn't send emails because first of all I had no access to a laptop. I don't even think we had a laptop in my family. There was no laptop. We had a laptop years later. We couldn't do so. The channels of communication we had. One was really weird, and I'm going to explain why it was weird. But the major channel of communication was for me to write a letter And then since my sister was in our school, my sister would take it there. Oh my goodness. That's how we give it to her, and then she's going to write us, give it to my sister. And when we meet in church, my sister would also like that. Everywhere. And it got to a point my sister was actually blackmailing me. I had to not pay her, but I had to bribe her, like, oh, please just help me give her, blah, blah, blah. And to make things worse, we were, let's say, dating, me and Miss Sharon. We would never talk. If we see each other anywhere, we would never talk. Everything we want to say to each other, there's something flying here. Okay. Everything we want to say to each other, we say it in the letters, and then we put perfumes on the letters, you know, and so many things. There are times I couldn't afford perfume, so I didn't find any perfume in my house to steal and put in the put powder, you know, like powder for the girls or the ladies, the ones with very nice scent. I just put it on the, you know. I did some really weird stuff, you know. Anyway, and the other channel of communication we had, was that, which I said was weird. Now, you know, cassette players, cassette and the player. So we got this cassette, just one. And then I'll go home, I'll talk into the cassette, I'll record, hey, what's up, how you doing? How you doing? I really missed you, blah, 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 blah. And then we'll say these things. I will give it to my sister would give it to her. She would give us back to my sister, like that. And then we'll record on this, you know, with cassettes. You can record on whatever is there. It doesn't matter, for as long as you want. And then that was another channel of communication. But what exactly was so interesting? It was intriguing because we went through a lot of ups and downs, you know. If anyone talks about ups and downs, I think we went through ups and downs in that relationship. I tried as much as possible to be careful with the letters, because my mom, I don't know, somehow she just felt like I liked girls too much, and it was not good for me. And she was paying so much attention to me, like, oh, Abby, don't do this, don't talk to girls, don't do this, okay? But I like girls. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do, Mom? I just like girls. So I hope she's not watching. I just like girls. I can, you know. She said, oh, there is no man that would ever become great and would start talking to girls. Can you hear the wind? Yeah, I think it's getting better now. You know, but problem started when one night I was writing the letter in my room. Actually, it was a shared room. I think I don't know, but it was myself. I didn't own the room. So it's either I was sleeping in my sister's room or the girl's room or the boys' room, somehow. And then my mom just, in the middle of the night, around maybe 1 or 2, I was writing a letter, because that's the only time I had. There was no free time anywhere. And then my mom just opened the door and came to the room and saw me writing a letter. There was no way I could have either torn it or hidden the letter. There was nothing I could do. She took the letter and read it. You need to see my mom. Oh my God. Like, oh, what am I going to do with this child? She made such an issue of it, you know. And then she reported to my dad, and then I promised him I was not going to do it anymore. Another day, she caught me again, and then it became quite regular. She caught me about 4 times, you know. And then on the 5th occasion, it became, you know, I remember that was the time they caught the letter with me. And I think if I go home and search in my dad's drawer, I can still find the undertaking I wrote that I would never. They'll never be in contact with her anymore. Never do. Oh my goodness. But I try these things. Sometimes I ever try not to talk to her, but I couldn't just do it. I just couldn't do it. And then the last straw, although it wasn't the last straw, we were quite stubborn, myself and Miss Sharon. My parents went to talk to her parents about it, that they should try to persuade their daughter to stop talking to me. I know this. And my family, my mom was actually a leader in the church. Our family was actually, as a mom and a dad were even higher leaders in the church. So it was a big scandal, you know. And they tried to keep it within the family. But the fact was, these things happened. I was the one that felt, okay, maybe we should just stop this thing, you know. Although I did not say it to her, but she never for once even feared anything. She was so cool with everything that was happening. It was no problem. Nothing was going to deter us from the love we had. The love, you know. But anyways, sadly, me and Miss Sharon broke up mutually. And then I think it was like last year or 2 years ago, she just texted me out of the blues like, "Hey, what's up?" I said, "Wow, it's been a long time, how you doing?" And it was so nice to catch up on um, the old times and stuff. She sent me some pictures and I was like, Anyway, that's just all. And then, yeah, some people ask me like, was that person the first person, or Miss Sharon the first person you loved? But the fact is, thinking about it now, I don't know. I don't know if, okay, then we said I love you and stuff. I was in love with her. I don't. But the truth is, somehow I don't feel like we understood what the concept was. I just That's just thinking about it from my point of view now. Probably then, of course, we were kids and I was like 13 or something. So, but I don't know. There are some other people or some other girlfriends, I'd say, that I've had, and I feel like, okay, there was something real, but with the first person, maybe that's just what makes it special. I don't just feel like she has any hold on me. Like, I want to feel like that, but I can't. Anyway, let me scrap the bullshit. So that's the story time. That is story time for today. I'm going to give some other details later in the future. I have to be very careful these days with my with my story so I don't hurt anybody. Miss Sharon, if you're watching, I hope you're not watching. That's just Miss Sharon. What kind of name is Miss Sharon? Okay, actually, her name starts with S, so it's fine. Sharon works with the other S. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's story. Now, I'll be coming out with quite a number of videos in the coming weeks. Sometimes I wish I could post more videos per week, but I don't want to not be able to keep up with posting videos. So I'll just stick to every Thursday. I'm preparing something for summer. It's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. And I mean it this time, it's going to be epic. Okay? So join me next Thursday. Tell your friends to check out the channel. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Like this post if you like it. If you don't like it, still like it, please, okay? And then comment if you want to share or want to ask anything, you want to share your experience with your first girlfriend. Were you ever caught sending love letters by your parents, An African parents, they are very serious with these things. All right, see you on Thursday. I love you to the moon and back. Bye.